Hi Virgos, and welcome to your July 2021 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky to talk to you about the energies coming in for your sign in July. So I hope that you are all feeling really well. We are getting closer and closer to your time of the year. We're in Cancer season in the beginning of July, and then we move into Leo season. So just about another month until it's time to talk about Virgo season. Where do I feel like your energy is right now? There's a wrapping up of a previous maybe tendency like procrastination or addictive cycles or inability to face certain facts. That is really done. And there's a very potent sense of peace washing over your sense of self. I'm feeling that previous Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, pain complexes can just really start to subside, okay? I definitely think there's a big marker coming in for you in July. I think July as a whole is about marking a change or marking a different lifestyle even, and you might see that manifest really clearly. Even back in June, you could have had some type of damage or some type of unexpected event that put you in a different place in July or put you in a different phase. And that just is really testing how far you've come and certain means that you have as well, which should mark a very new stage. Okay. There's a very stronger sense of security coming in, a stronger sense of wealth. That third week, Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Pentacles coming up, as well as Four of Wands and Eight of Wands. I think that you're getting more than you expected in July. And I think that you are a lot more capable to create and a lot more capable to really usher in a new way of being. So what needs to be new is an important dialogue for Virgo right now. What needs to be changed? What habits are not sustainable? What is maybe also aging you more? I'm not just talking cosmetics here, but I would look into the flexibility of the joints or the health of the skin as well. The way that it is holding up, the way that your health is holding up is important to observe, and why it is in the condition that it's in, whether that's positive or seemingly negative. You can really just have a simple understanding of why things are the way that they are, and then you can very easily affect a change in July and really be very rewarded for that. It's not that hard, okay? Maybe it's not as hard as it was before to stop drinking. Maybe it's not as hard as it was before to have a lot healthier diet, okay? These things are not hard anymore. It's interesting in this paradigm. But if we have a long past of like always struggling with the healthy diet or always struggling for sobriety or anything like that, we can have that conditioning, that it's hard to be healthy. It's hard to be sober. It's hard to be human. It's not hard right now. We're in a very great solid year for just understanding what healthy human living is about. So if you're still not feeling that your lifestyle is evocative of healthy human living, July will get you there, okay? But resistance to that could be quite harsh, okay? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the entire month, the week to week of July, and we'll get more insight into understanding healthy human living for you. Okay, in the first week, you have Queen of Wands rooted down by Eight of Swords reversed. So you are maybe feeling trapped by a previous persona, that very fiery, popular, attractive person might start to feel unaffordable at this time. So that previous budget for like cosmetics or facials or a lot of things, nails, salons, like things like that. Virgo is usually very connected to these things. And it's not that you have to not have those things, but you might want to look at more sustainable ways or seeing that doing some of these things oneself can actually be a different type of therapy. what you can do yourself, what you can be self-sufficient with, what you can have control over is important to look at, because you're feeling like maybe you're not really in control. Like, I rely on so many people to just get myself at a bare minimum. That's something that everybody is coming to terms with right now. Like, how many reliances have I fostered? How many people does it take to make me feel like I am just, able to get out of bed, or just able to get by? It could be like 10 or 20 people. And that leads to a lot of lack in independence. So we're building up independence in the first week and moving into the second week with 9 of Swords rooted down by 8 of Wands. We have to really think about it. Like, how many things also, like, how many people are relying on us, or how many people are relying on you? It could be a lot of people also relying on you. It could go either way. Like 8 or 9 different people relying on you to like provide, or relying on you to guarantee something for them. You have to, I think, pull it back, or even pull it down a little bit. And you also have to make sure that your energy, the way that you're spending your energy, is wholesome. Like, is there a lot of energy being wasted in thinking, in conceptualizing, in visualization, and nothing on the other side of action, like visualizing before action? I do think that there are periods in our lives where we need to think about it, and we need to visualize, and we need to manifest. But one thing that I'm seeing since last year, actually, for Virgo people, is getting stuck in that manifestational phase, which then becomes 9 of Swords, because we have all these beautiful, incredible ideas and landscapes and dreamscapes, but it's not coming to fruition. So then we start getting freaked out, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, why am I not being effective here? You start to become very effective. Or at least you need to, or you need to really maybe switch it, like do the action and then the visualization at this point. If you've been visualizing for a long time and you already kind of have an idea of what you want to see for yourself, you got to kind of start switching it up a little bit. Action first, then visualization, because visualization and manifestation, conceptualization, all of these things are very draining. It takes a lot more energy than we know. So it can lead to a burnout if we are over visualizing or over manifesting, and then we're a little bit less productive, which is okay too. I do think there's a need to perhaps be a little bit less productive for some Virgos. If you're feeling like 10 of Wands, or if you're feeling like you're carrying too much, or there's too much on your plate, try to scale it back a little bit. You're very supported and protected by what you already have done. Not what you need to do right now, not what's on your to-do list, but what you've already done. That's very powerful. 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Wands. What you've already done is kind of enough. Third week, you have Wheel of Fortune rooted down by 9 of Pentacles. Understanding what is enough. Leo season comes in, and I think that you have a great foundation. I think that the tide has turned, the tables have turned, and you now see that I don't have to try so hard. This doesn't have to be this hard. This does not have to be incredibly difficult. I am stronger than this. I don't have to beg. I don't have to be desperate. I don't need any of that. I have enough. There's a really great feeling of security becoming much more accepted. And even if you've had like a lot of volatility, that can totally change this month. So that's really beautiful. And in the third week, there's a feeling of nobility. There's a feeling of being very in touch with nature and letting nature protect you. Some of you might be buying land at that time, or some of you might be investing in something really tangible and really valuable. And that, in a sense, gives you a lot more security. Fourth week, you've got 4 of Wands rooted down by Page of Wands reversed. And that echoes that, like it's a celebration of a marriage, or a celebration of a business partnership, a celebration of like a housewarming type of energy. So for those of you who have purchased a house, congratulations. I'm feeling that many Virgos are in that energetic space, even if that's not happening for you right now. What you are doing right here and right now is putting you in that place where you can start to assemble all of this. There's an assembling, a kind of a manufacturing. Some of you might be doing something in manufacturing or in creation of some kind. It's also very warmly indicated. Though try to take things off of your plate. I'm still feeling that many Virgos have too much on their plate. 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. So many different objects, so many different cluttered ideas and cluttered thoughts, and a need to just be happy with what is already here. Okay, that's really the most comprehensive way I can put out the general Virgo energy right now. You know, you are challenged during this time with Jupiter on your axis with the Aquarius energy as well. It's moving back to Aquarius, and Saturn is there. It's a quincunx. So you have a roundabout way of getting there, and maybe the tried, true, conventional systems are not feeling safe for you, or not really feeling inviting, as quincunxes tend to give us an unconventional solution. So do look at the unconventional. Make sure you're doing things right. Make sure you're doing everything with integrity. But what are other ways of securing your life? What are other ways of securing your life? And let's talk about that in your extended reading on Patreon, Virgos. I'm going to do a central theme, 2 supporting themes, and a Moonology oracle card to understand more about your month ahead and finding this security. I do a lot of other things on Patreon as well. I do bonus content. I do weekly forecasts that are only available over there on Saturdays. So without further ado, I will link that in the center of the screen and below, and let's check out that forecast over there.